Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2023 Hornet RT Plus plug-in hybrid. It's available in a non-plug-in hybrid, and we're going to go through all the different variants so that you know what you're looking at before you make a decision. Now, it's important to know the Hornet name is a historical name of previous vehicles from other brands as well as the Dodge brand. And this is based on the Alfa Romeo Tonale platform, which we have reviewed, so you can check that out on our channel up here. There are 2 different motors and a lot of different features. There's 7 exterior colors, 3 interior colors, but this is the top of the line. We want to show you everything that's available so you can kind of make a decision what works for you and your price point and what you want. Starting off with this vehicle itself, does look like an Alfa Romeo. The hood is really cool and muscular, and it has little vents here to get some of the heat out. This is not a big motor, but it's all part of the look, and it does look really cool, and it looks muscular, and a nice departure for the Dodge brand. Coming around to the front, you're gonna see these 2 red lines. That denotes the Dodge name. You're not gonna see the name Dodge on this vehicle at all. You can also see LED headlights, and there are LED taillights as well. This vehicle is a nice, muscular front end for a daily driver. One of the cool things about this Dodge Hornet is there is no Dodge logo on the car, but there is the coolest Hornet logo. And I've seen it in other colors, but I like the black. I think it's really cool, and it makes it stand out in the crowd so people know what you're driving. This vehicle rides on 20-inch alloy wheels. It's also available on 18-inch depending on trim level, and these are Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires, which all-season tires come on all trim levels. There are some very cool packages available for the Hornet, including the black top package, which is on our vehicle, which includes gloss painted black mirror caps, that black Hornet logo I just showed you, the dark GT badge, black around the windows, as well as 18-inch wheels are standard. Of course, we've got the upgraded 20-inch, and that's in another package. This package came in at $1,595. The tech package, which includes intelligent speed assist, active driver assistance features, surround view camera, which is nice and clear, the drowsy driving detection, park sense, front and rear park assist is $2,245. And then the track pack, which this vehicle also has, with the black Alcantara seats with red accents, aluminum door sills, sport leather steering wheel, dual mode suspension, bright pedals, and red painted Dodge calipers. 20-inch wheels, which you're seeing on our test vehicle with all-season tires, is an additional $2,595. At the end, we'll go through all the total pricing and how much this vehicle came in at. When it comes to the warranty, this year offers a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Coming around to the back of this sporty compact crossover, you'll have your integrated third brake light, your wiper blade LED taillights, that RT logo in black, which is part of that black package, and Hornet. Looks really nice and clean. They did a nice job with this vehicle. It has a lot of Italian flair to it, you might have noticed. Not typical for what you see for the Dodge brand. And again, no Dodge logo, which I think is actually a very smart move. A lot of their brands are starting to see this, and they're starting to move to this direction, letting you know that it's a car model and not necessarily the brand. An interesting marketing study. Let's go inside this car and show you some of the unique features of the Hornet. The Dodge Hornet seats 5 people. Leather seating surfaces are optional, and standard 8-way power driver's seat and passenger seat is on our test vehicle. That includes lumbar, which makes me very happy because I like to have a comfortable driver's seat. I do like this black interior, which is part of the performance package, and the front seats have adjustable height. One thing you'll note is that Dodge new logo is right here. The passenger side front seat is exactly the same as the driver's side, which means it also gets lumbar. But for those sitting in the passenger side, they're saying the seat is not as comfortable. Again, that is a personal choice, and you need to sit in every vehicle on all 4 seats just to be sure it works for you. Going into the second row, you'll see that pattern in the seats repeats. Really nice, very cool, extremely sporty. The second row seating is a bit flat, and there's pretty good leg room between the driver and the second row. One thing I noticed is sitting in the second row that the seats are pretty flat. Although they don't look like it, they are pretty flat. It's a pattern that's distracting to the eye. Behind the passenger and driver's seat is a pocket, which is nice, and there's pretty good leg room. I'm 5'8", the seat is set for me, and I find it to be pretty good back here. Good for child safety seats. There are 2 latch systems. You've got ventilation and charging here as well, and that is Nice to have. In the door, you've got a speaker here, more storage all the way down here, and enough room for large bottles. So let's start off with visibility. Put the car into reverse. You've got a really nice backup camera. Again, this is part of an upgrade package and is not standard. Otherwise, you get just a standard backup camera. Clarity's pretty good. I'm gonna have to start rating clarity. The backup camera on this side is crystal clear, where on the passenger side, it's not as clear as this side, so it's important that you use your side view mirrors. This 10.25-inch screen has your safety features in here. It's also part of them on the steering wheel. Go into vehicle and then safety and driver assist. And you got your automatic emergency braking, which is standard, blind spot and lane departure warnings. And that includes accident avoidance, lane keeping assist, rear cross traffic alert, which I really like, pre-collision safety systems. All of that is in here, and you can set them up how you prefer, which I like. You want them low, medium, or high. Not a lot of the competitors offer that. It's important that you set this up the way you want. If you're confused about the different settings, you can check your owner's manual, because it does not define it here, other than that little teeny eye that gives you just a little bit of information. If you need more, again, that's that little button right there. It's so small that it's difficult to even see it on camera. So I really would like you to look a little deeper before you start shutting any of these items off. Going back into this 10.25-inch screen, it includes Harman Kardon premium audio in our test vehicle, which is a 465-watt 14-speaker system with one subwoofer, Sirius XM radio, AM and FM, as well as Android Auto, Apple CarPlay wireless, as well as wireless charging, and adaptive cruise control is all part of these features. Some of the things that I really like in this home screen, besides the fact that you can customize it, is you can see your gauges here. You get your phone numbers in here, which I think is interesting, and then your fuel economy as well. Now, you can go into my favorite page, which is the performance page. That's also under vehicle settings. You can get accessory gauges. You can see your turbo and your torque, which I think is nice. That information is right here. Isn't that neat? It's nice to have it. You may never use it. You also have your control settings for your surround view camera and so forth. Your e-hybrid mode, which is really nice to know. So you get your charging information here, your power flow, which is really nice to have when you're driving, your driving history, as well as your schedules. You've got your media here, as well as your comfort mode, which is a little slow on the processor. I'm kind of surprised. But you've got your heated steering wheel, your heated seats are right here, and they're 3-stage, and they're for the front seat only. You've got your navigation system. You can use your Apple CarPlay, or you can go in and put your information as you want. Tons and tons of standard features, which I do appreciate. And you can see them all here. There's quite a bit that you can play with, and you can add more in as well. I should note that the GT Plus trim comes with leather throughout, that optional track pack, and you get that faux suede. Optional red leather interior option is also available. I do like this red stitching. I think it's pretty cool. And that Harman Kardon audio system right there. Really nice. Storage in the door. On the passenger side here, but not on the driver's side. Below that center screen is your ventilation and your climate control. You can see the nice settings here, easy to use. Your start-stop button, your sport button, which we're going to use when we take this for a drive and do a launch, see what it does 0 to 60 as stated. Your wireless charging is here. Your standard Prindle is here, and on this side you've got a volume control and a parking brake. Further back you've got traction control, your park assists. That makes it a lot easier to get into parking spots. Inside this glove box is more additional storage, as is the glove box in front of you. When it comes to the steering wheel, you can see right away you've got the new Dodge logo. You've got your mode button here that puts you into the different hybrid modes, which is electric, e-save, and hybrid. Some of the safety features you could adjust yourself here is the lane departure warning. It's part of your active cruise control. On this side, you've got your usual controls, including this button that changes the information in front of you. And you can change the center, or you can change here on the bottom or to the right. Use the dial that's on the right side of the steering wheel, and you can adjust the information that you would like. And there's a lot of good info here. Lots of different levels to get lots of the information you would like, or nothing, if that's what you prefer. All of that is right here. If you press that button again, you can change the information that is in front of you. Everybody has a personal preference, and that includes the safety features here, and you can adjust all that. Really nice graphics, and that is something that people do like. Flat bottom steering wheel is nice, leather wrapped, nice grippy wheel. Gigantic paddle shifters here if you choose to drive that way. There is also 3-position memory seating, which is a really nice feature. Not every vehicle in this price point has that. Your ventilation and your lighting system. Under the hood of the Hornet are 2 engine options. The standard Hornet engine, which packs 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque in a 4-cylinder engine, or our test vehicle, which is the RT Plus, a 1.3-liter engine with plug-in hybrid system, and that puts out 288 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque and gives you 30 miles of electric-only driving range. Charging time on a level 2 is around 2.5 hours. It's backed by a 6-speed automatic transmission, and all Hornets have standard all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 time in our test car is 6.1 seconds, with a towing capacity of 2,000 pounds, and it runs on premium unleaded gas. I should let you know there is a GLH package coming soon, and we have given you a sneak peek of that on our channel. All right, 0 to 60, 6.1 seconds. Put it into that sport mode. Exhaust change, here we go. Hybrid motor kicks in, gives it that push, and that's kind of slow, but you know what, in this category, 0 to 60, 6.1, more than reasonable. Of course, you are paying the price for the hybrid motor versus the regular gasoline-powered motor, which is slower, obviously, because you get that hybrid push, that electric push, which makes you feel like you've got more power than you do. Remember, you buy horsepower, you drive torque. A lot of people don't remember that, but it's really what it's all about. Now, when you're driving this vehicle, the one thing you notice right away when you start driving it, whether it be in the sport mode or you decide to get off that sport mode, use that button on the left side of the steering wheel, move you to the all-electric mode, you get 30 miles of electric driving, and then it will go back to the gas motor. Or if you say, I need a combination, press that button again, you get the e-save, which will give you the fuel-efficient mode, and then you can go to that hybrid, which gives you the best of both worlds, which is sort of like a normal mode, shall we say. That's what you're going to be driving in most of the time. Let's be honest. If you buy this vehicle for the performance aspect of it, remember you have to plug it in. This is what they call a PHEV, or a plug-in electric vehicle. So you'll need to have a charging station or be able to plug it in the wall someplace. I don't recommend dragging a cord out to your driveway, especially during the winter, but if you've got a charging station available to you, you can charge up pretty quickly, which is nice, and we covered that in under the hood just before we started driving. But overall, this vehicle feels like the Italian Tonale. I get that same tight feeling in all the drive modes, a very specific handling, big brakes, which is super important when you're talking about a vehicle like this, and the all-season tires with the all-wheel drive on all trim levels means you can drive this anywhere in the country, any time of year, and you're not going to be disappointed. Even the turn signal is quiet. Doesn't sound like a Dodge, because underneath the hood, underneath the undercarriage, this is an Alfa Romeo. What that means is you're not just getting the European or the Italian handling, but you're also getting that Stellantis, which is the parent company of Dodge. You're getting a lot of their normal things that people like, which is that Uconnect system, which is a top-rated interface, easy to use. Everybody loves it. I mean, I have not met anyone that didn't like the interface on this vehicle, but they've really done a nice job just putting this vehicle together, considering the situation. I think the price is a bit high, considering what you're getting for the money. When you're in this price point, we'll talk about that at the end, so make sure to stay with us. We're very close to the end of this review. You will see there's a lot of competition, and you need to drive it all, and you need to check with your insurance company before you make your final decision. But overall, I'm liking this car. This is my second bite at the apple, shall we say. I've driven this when they first launched it. It is also running for North American Utility Vehicle of the Year. We'll be pulling our finalists soon. We'll be driving them in October. Final winners will be announced in January in Detroit, but we'll also have like an in-between one in the LA Auto Show. So we go to all the auto shows as well. We've driven all the competition. I think it's a little expensive for the price point. If they could lower this price point down a little bit, I think they'd sell the heck out of them. But overall, if you want something that's European, but you don't want to pay the European price, this is something you definitely want to put on your test drive list. When it comes to cargo space, there's 27 cubic feet of storage behind this. Fold down those seats, which are 60/40, and it has that pass-through, and you're at 55 cubic feet of storage, which is quite a bit. Underneath this cover is not a spare tire, but a charging cable. When it comes to pricing for the Hornet, it starts at $30,735. That'll get you that entry-level 2-liter engine. But if you want to step up to the RT Plus, you're coming in at $45,935. Our test vehicle had pretty much every option you can get, and it came in at $52,305. That's a really loaded car. So there's a lot of positives about this car. First off, I like the fact that there's a plug-in hybrid option if you wish to go that way, or if you just want the gas version, you get that as well. You get that sporty Italian styling and handling, which you actually can feel in this car. There's a lot of parallels as I've driven both of them almost back to back. So I have to say that is a massive plus. Vehicle is fun to drive, it's peppy, it's got the best interface as far as Uconnect. I really like it, it's easy to use. The screen is a bit small, however, it was one of the things that I found was kind of a negative, and the passenger seat was not as comfortable as I'd like it to be. Again, that's something that you have to decide. You got to sit in these cars, you got to drive them all, as well as the competitors. The competitor list is huge. We've driven all of them, the Mazda CX-5, the Toyota Corolla Cross, and the hybrid, which you can check out here. We have driven both of them, the Honda HR-V, the Nissan Kicks, Hyundai Tucson plug-in hybrid, Ford Bronco Sport, and the list is so long that I'm going to put it down in the description because there is so much. Now, I'm sure you have additional comments and questions about this vehicle because we didn't go through every single little detail. Put that in the comments below. I'd like to get your feedback. If you bought one of these, what did you think? Let's share this all and start the community. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is in the description. Of course, check out all the competitors. We've driven them all. That's on our channel. Make sure to subscribe and like and share this with your friends so that they can get car smarts as well. We've also got more information in the description for the website, the podcast, our book, and the social media. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.